that time of the week once again, and that time of the week once again is Bonanza time. It's Bonanza time. Oh, welcome, Mr. Blue Boosh. You hope it's Moonbrook? I'm sure it will be, because that is our only destination at the moment, and I think Moonbrook is one of their longest chapters. I think, if memory serves... no, this isn't technically true, I don't think. In terms of, like, main islands that you visit, I think Moonbrook is the longest. So I think, basically, Furrowfield is a fairly short one. Crumbledoon. General Blue Boosh. Hello there, Mr. Dragonfang. Dragon of Fang, in fact. But yeah, Furrowfield is the shortest. Then you've got Crumbledoon is slightly longer than Furrowfield, and then Moonbrook is the longest of the big main islands. But there are sort of little bits in between. Of course, we had Skelcatraz, and then after Moonbrook, we've got a sort of a fair 2-3 sort of story elements left. I'm just glad I spelt it correctly, is the honest truth there. I am very pleased that I spelt Moonbrook correctly. I wasn't 100% sure if I was remembering A, that it was Moonbrook, and B, that it was spelt correctly. The toy shop. Everybody loves the toy shop. Oh, half-naked ladies again. We all appreciate a half-naked lady every now and again, but we've seen her, so that's fine. The Thunderdome. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Enorme and dogs. I must try and catch some dogs at some point. I suspect once we're finished with Moonbrook, I believe we do go back to the Island of Awakening. And I think there's some defined bits and bobs we do there, but after that... Oh no! Malroth is dead. That's not what that ocarina does. It searches for treasure. It doth not wake people from the dead. Anyway, we'll carry on. How are you, Mr. Blue Boosh? Welcome. How are you, and are you up to anything this merry evening? Are you knuckling down to one of your projects? Or are you simply looking at them going, Because that's what I find every now and again I end up doing. I look at them and just go, and make a funny noise. Oh, that was a new one. Shame I skipped it by accident. Never mind. Doug Dimmadome. I see. I don't know who Doug Dimmadome is, but I'll take your word for it. Also, considering painting another Blood Bowl team, blimey. What race or species? I don't know how they prefer to call it now. I think traditionally they were just known as races, but I think they wanted to try and phase that word out, so I guess species. Elves or halflings? Both, in their own way, pains in the arse to play against. Possibly elves more so, because they are elusive little buggers. And I suppose arguably it's determined by my playstyle, because my playstyle is orcs, which is, you, I'm going to give you beatings, and I'm going to try and take you off the field. That's how I win. When I have 11 players, I think you start with 11 players, not sure now. When I've got 11 players and you've got 2, even I can win this match. Whereas elves, very much more, I'm going to run and dash around, going to leap past you, oh, look at me go. And they start frustrating me, because it's like, I'm going to hit you really hard. Oh no, I'm a little elf, I've jumped out of the way. And it's very frustrating. Halflings have a similar style, I think, in fairness. They may not be quite as tall as elves, but they have a similar sort of dash, go, and dodge everything sort of idea. I see the owner of Dimsdale Dimmadome is Doug Dimmadome. How fascinating. I'm guessing, and I think I saw a clue you would play Skaven. I have been known to play Skaven. They actually do fit that sort of dash and go style I was discussing. But I do quite enjoy Skaven as a species. I like the Skaven, the little rats. But I do favour orcs ever so slightly more. Right, we'll do a countdown of 5 pictures. and then we'll get into actual gameplay. I'll point out if I see anything new, but so far I think we've seen basically all of the images, and we're having a couple of bonuses. Not sure whether we've seen that one. Sort of an underwater palace that you can use as a getaway. It's a reference to a thing you clearly haven't seen. That is most likely. I don't see many things, I fear. Right, you. Oh, so there really were monsters hiding among us all that time. Oh, how awful. I don't know whether to be relieved, but if you want to relieve me, I mean, I'm open to it. Or appalled that they were among us in the first place. I simply don't know who to trust anymore. Oh, in all the excitement, I almost forgot. Did you learn anything of note at the Air Force Base? Some weakness we can exploit? Some weapon by which we might defeat them? You've had an idea for a whoosh widget? That harnesses the power of wind. Well, those should certainly put those flying rotters into a flap. Say, Veldin, I was speaking to Sister Esther about the soldiers who were killed. She told me that they were all stabbed in the back with a sword from our very own armory. Certainly they could have been slain by a monster disguised as a man, but could it not also be that they were slain by a man who had been turned by the monsters? There may yet be traitors among us. You have all the knowledge you need to complete the blueprint now, but watch your back out there, Veldin, lest you be stabbed in it. I'm ominously foreshadowing something that may come to fruition. Right, now, is this the armory? Is this the armory? This is the armory. That's the armory. In fact, it's a cool armory. So what I really want to do... I don't think I've got any spare. No, suds. I mean, arguably, it would be magnificent if I built a shitload of fire blades, but that's not really... That's not really the rank and file sort of tools. The rank and file will get just basic bog standard bits, i.e. steel broadswords, which we can build 2 of. I was hoping for more than 2. It's slightly inconvenient, only having 2, but we can pop them. Pop them in the chest. That's right. Because if you were paying attention last week, of course, the reason why we can pop them in the chest and the people will grab them is because they are set to automatically do so. So anybody who has got a lesser sword when it comes to the Ernbrodsud, they will automatically, theoretically at least, they'll automatically pop in and go, oh hello, the lovely new sword. Delightful. I'm curious, with your Blood Bowl stuff, do you go with sort of a pre-designed team? So do you just, you know, I'm going to hold my hands up, I can't think of a single Blood Bowl team. I suppose the Reichland Reavers, they're the sort of the known one that usually appear in the video game. But do you tend to favour, obviously they're not elves nor halflings, they're humans, but the point is, do you favour a pre-made known team that you'll paint up in that colour, or you know, build your own colour scheme? Paint how they look on the box. I've only painted 1 team, that's fair enough, and that's what you did, that's alright. That serves its purpose as well. I must admit, I'm more one for sort of building my own team. I can't remember, I was ages and ages ago, before I sort of stopped bothering with the old what's it. How many of these do we need? Oh, I think actually, I might need more than 2. I'm not going to lie, but I think part of the issue I've got at the moment is I haven't actually built the rest of this area. Primarily because... Is that the right button? No, this is the right button. No, this. Right. Oh, interesting. Why... Oh, no, I don't know. I'm assuming there's a reason why there's a load of spikes on the floor. But yeah, I was building like a team of orcs, and they were sort of... I can't remember what they were called, but they were definitely some kind of euphemism. I think they were like the... I wonder if I did go down the knob path, of course. With orcs, it's very easy to go down the knob path, because part of their whole situation is knobs. And they do favour. They favour knobs. Something drastic. Which makes it very easy to just, you know, call them the knob gobblers or something ridiculous, but still. Well, now you have Orcs and Black Orcs as team. I must admit, Black Orcs must be new-ish. I couldn't necessarily say how new, because relevant clip posted, marvellous. They must be relatively new, because I have not heard of the idea of Black Orcs, I don't think. So I'm assuming they're possibly reasonably new. Certainly outside of my purview of understanding. Right, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to get on with building the rest of this castle battlement, but I keep getting distracted by the immense and unfathomable urge to tidy up, because there's so much trash in my castle walls, and I don't want the trash in my castle walls. No, sir, please don't put trash inside my castle walls. I want it nice. Do, 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 do. You get 6 black orcs and 6 goblins. Ew. Oh, I feel like black orcs, are they just a larger... I wonder if they are just the larger version of the orc that just sort of is in the game. Yeah. I wonder if I'm thinking too much along the lines of them actually being a colour. But still. Okay, so the 2 whoosh towers go in over here, which I believe is here. So there and there. They seem quite far back for this, for that, but still. Yeah, they are larger orcs. Yeah, so I think I know. I think I do know. Black orcs, after all. I got slightly confused with it and thought it was a whole new race. Now, I'm not convinced that's a correct spike. Yeah, I think that's leftover dick spike, and we'll dispense of our leftover dick spike, because you don't always need dick spikes, or you don't always need a spiky dick. One of the two. All we need to do, I believe, is just finish off this line, and then we will have finished off this set of castle bits. The anti-air force. What are all the comedy buttons for? They activate the fire. So creatures, there they go, as proven by my own citizenry, you push the button and the fire goes up. And the enemy will push the buttons as they wander past, and then they will activate the flames, and then they will stand on the flames, and then they'll go, ooh, I'm become toasty. And then nasty things will happen to them, and we'll get the advantage and kill them all. Kill them all. Spiffing work on this blueprint, Vernon. With these whoosh widgets in place, our defences are complete. The whirlwinds those devices send forth will pluck the Air Force from the skies and throw them at our feet, ready for our soldiers to cut them down. What's the gold cone? As in that? Centre of the screen there? Oh, no, it's no longer a centre of the screen. Now it's sort of mostly left of the screen. Is that the gold cone you're talking about, or is it something else? I'll have to go back out if it's not. Because that is Erdrick's flame. I'll go back out on the battlements in a moment or two. Oh, I see. Sorry, I've missed a conversation piece. That's fine. A roughly 12-kilometre walk yesterday, according to the phone tracker at least, but I got to see the gold cone and... oh, bloody internet. You got to see the gold cone and the bloody internet. The gold cone and picked up a free can of Dr. Pepper. Nice. Always appreciate a good can of Dr. Pepper. And yes, I do recognise you did mention you were going out and seeing the gold cone live. It was a football trophy, was it not? Feel free to confirm or deny that it was a football trophy. It's a weird trophy thing they brought back after the championship game, yeah. Because I think I based... when I did the Christmas decorations, like a couple of years back, on the Christmas tree for... I think it was still Drakeford then. Might have been Draconia back then, I'm not sure. But either way, I based the tree decoration on a football trophy of some kind because it was based on being for the people of the Lakefoot, and you are one of them. And here he comes again.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Fuck me!
Oh, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. There's a bit of a gap, but in fairness, it barely stopped talking when the fuck me came. And sometimes that's what you need in life, isn't it, really? Sometimes you just need when Obi-Wan stops talking, you just need to fuck me. My girlfriend refused to watch Star Wars for a year after I said that. It's not true, by the way. I thought it was burnt cherry flavour and Dr. Pepper, the fizzy barbecue flavoured drink. Or burnt cherry, apparently. That was a football trophy. This is a football trophy. Oh yes, yeah, I think you're right. And good evening, Mr. Can't Sleep Must Paint. And good evening and welcome to Onibushu as well. I don't think I fully officially welcomed you, but you are now officially welcomed, both you and Can't Sleep Must Paint. Welcome to the stream. How are you both? Are you doing well? And are you doing anything of interest? Are you up to something? Can't Sleep, are you still clones? Cloning, or have you finished the clones? The whirlwinds, those devices, cut them down. Ah, well, that's if our soldiers are still in a position to fight. I fear they may still be traitors in our midst. That is a concern, but so is Malroth. Why did Ra's mirror reveal no reflection of him whatsoever? I know he's your friend, Veldin, but there is something inhuman about that man. Oh, he's not a man then. You've just completely trumped your own sentence, haven't you? Cannot help but feel unsettled in his presence. Well, stop going in his presence. He's storing them for Christmas, and you're just rifling through them willy-nilly. She's the evil one, not Malroth. All good? Marvellous. Still cloning, may or may not have got maple syrup butter on. Yes, it sounds like a tasty mistake. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an interesting thing when the, as you called him, the Commissioner. Commissioner Gordon, have you, here's your, clone troopers back. But, don't sniff them. And he turns momentarily, thinking, why wouldn't I and you've gone. In a puff of smoke. But, nonetheless, they're Canadian troopers now, brilliant. But yeah, nonetheless, it'll be... He's just having a game somewhere, and he says, You're doing something with maple syrup? Huh? That's weird, I can smell that maple syrup. Every time I play Legion. Don't know if I'm having a stroke or something. Not while you're playing Legion. I do that in your through your own home. I can't help myself with easy word gags like that. I know what unsettles me, the thought of the people of Moonbrook doubting and distrusting one another. Questioning the townfolk's loyalties would do exactly that. If there is a spy among us, we may have no choice but to wait for them to slip up. And if we've spilt maple syrup everywhere, they're not going to be slipping up, are they? Who's stroking the little trooper? I'm sure anybody someone somewhere at this point in time is going to be who's stroking it. I want my paint to taste like maple butter now. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I must admit, I was doing painting earlier, and I did lick the brush. Not in a sort of sensual fashion, I'd like to point out. It wasn't some kind of like, oh, yeah. But I tried the whole sticking it in your mouth. I had a go. I had a go sticking it in my mouth, and turns out I didn't like it. Actually, I must admit, I didn't. I managed to clean it. Always clean it first before you stick it in your mouth. So I didn't actually taste any paint, which was lucky. But I don't know if it particularly made any difference. It still looks like a person with. Good, you're a real painter now. Yeah, I know. I've licked a brush. You've joined the club, the brush lickers. But still, what's going on? Are we under attack? I don't know. Are we? Yeah. Oh yeah, it looks like we are. Oh yeah, we established the gold cone was not something in the game. But these are the whoosh widgets, for anybody who's only just arrived. These are whoosh widgets. Fizzy bum bums? No, I don't think that's what they're called. Sizz snares, so nothing to do with... I suppose arguably it would have been frizz, I believe, was one of the fire. But having said that, I think sizz... Maybe frizz is as well. I don't know. But if you ever get a chance... fizzy bum bums are not welcome. No. But if you ever get a chance, I do highly recommend looking up the spell names for Dragon Quest, because they are absolutely magnificent. I really do rather enjoy them. They are so sort of monster names as well for Dragon Quest. Both are brilliantly designed and fantastic to behold. Looks like we've got the Air Force's attention. They're back again, and in numbers this time. My name is Jeremiah. Veldin, my lad, did you build plenty of boom balls like I suggested? They're sure to serve you well. I recommend looking up skirts. I see. I don't think you should do that, Mr. Mustpaint. Because I think that's not right. But that is something Can't Sleep Must Paint recommends. Mr. Can't Sleep Must Paint recommends looking up skirts. He's a bad man. Possibly should be stopped. Especially from him, Can't Sleep Must Paint, looking up skirts. What do you say, Veldin? Are you ready to fight? I am. I'm seriously ready to fight. It's my skirt I'll look up, but if all I want... That's fair. That's fair. As long as it's your skirt. I trust Can't Sleep Must Paint. I'm going to go do that tomorrow. Yeah, I was going to say, you have just... Yeah, you've literally just stated, I trust you. You're a trusty friend. So, you'll do all that Can't Sleep Must Paint suggests. I just want you to know, when you use that mirror on me, it really hurt. Now's not the time to be talking about feelings and stuff. We need to get out there and clubber those monsters. So I think he's back to his... I can't remember if that is actually the club I give him or not now. But I feel like he might be back to his basic club. Because we're no longer as close. Which is unfortunate at the moment. Just remember, Veldin and Nessa and Warwick might be pretty tough. But if you want some suckers smashed to smithereens, I'm your man. Don't forget who your friends are, eh? Oh, he's gone Canadian as well. Don't forget who your friends are, eh? I can't do a Canadian accent. What kind of skirt? Whichever kind you fancy. Now, I must admit, I don't know... I can't remember any of the buttons. No, we're okay. I remember some buttons now. So we'll go like that. Yes, you've been whooshed. I don't know precisely. Hey, there we go. Get bombed, you little bitches. Oh, I'm going to pepper you with grenades. There's a grenade for you. There's a grenade for you. And a grenade for you. And a grenade for everyone. Like fucking Oprah with grenades. I'll stop with the grenades. I'll save some for later. Because otherwise I'm going to be disappointed when I can't use grenades later. Come on. Come on, Jeremiah. My name is Jeremiah. And I have just thrown some magic at your face. Oh, there's more. Of course there's more. There's always more. At all times there's more. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to eat a soldier stew, and then I'm actually going to go down there because I can cook the glaze. My super ultimate powerful team attack of glory. We can still do it at the moment because I still have a friend like Malroth. Get bombed, you little bitches. Exactly. Well, the negotiations with the peaceful fluffy bunny tribes were short. They are not fluffy bunnies. They're horrible flying wyverny weirdos. Frankly, wyverny weirdos need to be killed. And they're little drakies, which are kind of cute in their own sort of way. Yo! Time for you to get grenaded out of existence. I think I'm getting confused by my own people. I almost wish they'd changed up the health bars. Doesn't make that much difference, but it would be nice to be able to identify sort of who's who, essentially. Would also be helpful if I could remember every single button at all times. There you go. I can't. I'm not very good at remembering buttons. Oh, we got another coup de grace! We'll save that for the next wave. Assuming there is a next wave. Are you the bad guys? We've not got skulls on our vests. But,
Wah! Impudent humans! I'll slay you myself and then peck the meat from your bones.
the Cosmic Chimera. The Air Force's awful admiral. Yes, he's definitely going to be an awful admiral because he's going to get every single one of his troops killed. Which is unfortunate. But yeah, we don't actually wear skulls, we wear cool shades. And look, technically, I've got a crucifix on my crotch. Or I'm pleased to see you, one of the two. Right, I'm going to try and wait for the big boss to actually arrive and get knocked out of the sky before we coup de grace. That's the one. Yeah! Badoosh. You can tell which ones are yours because the other ones are bitches and should get bombed. Indeed. Unfortunately, this big fella is going to take a rather large volume of damage. Ow. Do not do that. Oh, this little fella I can take advantage of, though. The rest of them, not quite so much. I suppose, arguably, if I'm quick... No, this is mine. No, this is my ballista. Bastard. He stole my ballista. I'm the motherfucking builder. I should be allowed to use 50% jab of the heart, 50% bird. That's a chimera. Although technically a chimera I think is... Oh no, I'm thinking of a manticore actually, aren't I? Can't remember what parts a chimera is. Actually, I think to a certain extent a chimera, nowadays at least, chimeras tend to be whatever you want them to be. If it's a chimeric creature, it's sort of anything you fancy. So, strictly speaking, it could be Jabba the Hutt and Bird. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's my ballista.
Squawk, feather-brained humans, why do you fight your fate? You may have defeated me, but the Scare Force are still waiting in the wings.
Part lion, part goat, part dragon. Is that the official chimera? Because as I say, I think traditionally that sounds about right for a proper chimera, I think. But I do think after that they started using the word as a slightly more generic term for a creature that's pushed together of multiple different parts. But I might be wrong. We did it, Veldin. The Air Force is defeated. Jolly good show, Veldin. We couldn't have done it without your whoosh widgets. They really saved the day.
Yeah, but the war's not won yet. You must take care not to underestimate the Scare Force. Gird up our loins. Bring all our strength to bear in the final battle. Yeah.
Speaking of which, we'd better repair the castle before those scary so-and-sos come wandering our way.
The scientific term chimera is any mixed animal. There you go. That's what I'm thinking of then. Zidonk. just sounds like someone who's doing like a poor French accent who's just bopped you on the head with a baguette.
Yeah. Zidonk. I will leave with my garlic necklace now.
A very stereotypical Frenchman. It's not garlic, is it? It's onions. Is it onions or garlic they have a necklace of? In the sort of terribly racist towards French people. So the man who now has a pig heart is a chimera. I suppose, yeah. Because he's a peaman. Or a huig. Or a hummig. A humig. I'm trying to combine the words if that wasn't obvious. I think peaman. Peaman is terrible. You don't want to be known as the peaman. I used to know someone called the Pooh Man. I'll tell you the story of why he was called the Pooh Man. Well, okay, there was two variations of why he was called the Pooh Man. One, his surname was quite close to the word poo, and that was enough for small children. I suppose it doesn't make that much sense. His surname was Pow, POW. And so children... This is one reason that was speculated as to why he was called Pooh Man, because his surname was Powell. He was known as Pooh Man. The second one's a little bit more convoluted, but essentially... Actually, it's not that convoluted, but it's more convoluted than... His name's Powell, let's call him Pooh instead. Although I think there's two variants of that one. They mocked a prisoner of war, indeed. There was, I think, just the idea that it was generally known that he was, the children went, oh, it's Pooh Man, of course. Pooh, Pow, yeah, etc. Then there was also the suggestion that a teacher once did it whilst reading the register. So it was like, Mr. Pooh, and it's like, it's pronounced Pow, and so the name Pooh Man stuck there. The other alternative was the idea that whenever we'd get together sort of after class and hang around in the park, because back when I was a small child, that's what you did. You hung around in a park playing five-a-side. I know, I'm not a sports person, but nonetheless, as a youth, as one of the youthful people, I did hang around in parks playing five-a-side football. I even dabbled in street hockey, which was actually quite fun. I enjoyed street hockey because I used to quite like rollerblading. I probably could not rollerblade now, but nonetheless, back then I actually quite enjoyed rollerblading, and street hockey was quite enjoyable. Anyway, the key thing is, whenever you'd go and knock at his house and say, "Can so-and-so come out to play?" His mother would be there going, "Yes, he'll join you. He'll just be about 10 minutes." And then 15 minutes later he'd turn up. And the rumour spread that the reason why he'd never come out immediately was because he was having a massive poo. And that's why he was always like a good 10-15 minutes late to the park, because whenever he'd go home, and whenever whenever you'd knock on his door, he was always unavailable because he was having a massive poo, which at that point the nickname stuck, that he was in fact the Pooh Man. But yeah, it's quite entertaining. I'm having to get the wire on my controller because it appears to have gone off, so I am slightly stalling with tales of my childhood. Well, we shouldn't be too long, I don't think. And the other nickname story that's mildly amusing, also not so much, but a little bit. We had a teacher. Now, this teacher, I am going to have to give you the entirety of her name, so, sucks. But, to be fair, I've been late for many things because I need a poo. That's not unreasonable. And in fairness, if he didn't poo at school, he's had a full day's worth of school, you're going to want to poo. But yeah, it was one of those things where we all just went sort of, there we go. Need a poo versus need to poo. Yeah, I don't think there's much difference, but I'm sure an English major would probably tell you the difference. But anyway, we had a teacher who once had a bit of a breakdown at the front of the class and sort of rushed out in tears. Now, I swear to God, none of the children in the class I was in were intelligent enough to make this connection. So I'm fairly confident the teacher in question sort of got herself in a tizzy over absolutely nothing. Because as far as I was aware, from until that moment, I was only ever aware of her being called Miss Noble. That's it, Miss Noble. However, as it turns out, from this little breakdown, we discovered that her name was actually Cheryl Noble. And she'd become convinced that the children in the class were laughing at her because they'd linked Chernobyl, the nuclear disaster, with Cheryl Noble, her name. And as I say, I swear to you, I don't think there was a child intelligent enough in that class to even remotely comprehend Chernobyl, the disaster, and therefore would never, ever be able to make a connection that definitive to be able to laugh at her. So I'm fairly confident in my assessment that she sort of thought of it herself, and possibly, I suppose, had been ridiculed in the past. But I don't think anybody in that class that she actually ended up having a bit of a breakdown in, I don't think she had, not anybody in that class had any clue, because I'm fairly certain it was sort of explained to us, and I'm fairly certain most of the children in the class just looked at each other completely perplexed. I was like, huh? I don't, huh? But yeah, I'll tell you, I'll give you one more story of my school years, which was one of the ones where I was sort of patted on the back for quick thinking. It's a little bit cruel, and I did apologise afterwards. And it's my usual sort of, I couldn't resist, because it's more, it wasn't necessarily ridiculing a person directly as such, although it was sort of, which is why I apologised. But nonetheless, there was a rumour going around the school that there was a kid in our class who had, I'll use the parlance of the day, snogged a girl, but as he was snogging a girl, he let out a fart that was immensely toxic, and that had put her off completely. But that was the rumour that was going around. How much truth there was, God knows. Probably none whatsoever. But nonetheless, the rumour was this kid had farted while he was kissing a girl, and there was a description of I think it was just a general geezer. And I don't mean like,
Alright, I want to sell you some stuff out of my coat.
not that sort of geezer. As in the sort of, funnel of steam and stuff. And I believe the description was, I think it was to do with volcanoes as well. It was a geography class, so it was all that sort of thing. But the teacher was sort of there going, and it releases a jet of noxious gases. It might have even used the word excited because of the scientific definition of excited. But nonetheless, it releases jets of noxious gas, and I just leant over to my mate and went, I thought that was him. I won't name, I suppose actually first name wouldn't make much difference, but nonetheless I won't name the person. I thought that was a person in question. And my mate just completely corpsed 100%. He could not stop laughing, so much so that we were sort of told off for disrupting the class, because there was a small corner of the class, because the two behind us heard me as well. So there was my mate sat next to me and the two people behind us just laughing their fucking heads off. I mean, it really is not like, it's not the height of comedy. It's just that perfect timing of this rumours going around the school, and I thought that was, and they just absolutely just completely fell about laughing, and the teacher was like, no, and so yeah. And I think I got ahead of it slightly by apologising to the fella first, because I mean, in fairness, he was a mate as well, and as I say, there was no malice behind it. It was just for the sake of a laugh, and I suppose arguably that's not a great excuse, but as I say, there was no real, it was not aimed at being, I want you to be feeling bad right now. It was just, to do with the situation. I'm trying to make it sound like I was a decent human being. I wasn't. I'm still not. It's fine.
Oh, speaking of which, we'd better repair. Oh, fear not, Verlin. Budding builders will have the whole place back like it was in a jiffy.
Also, I've not been paying attention to the chat as much as I should have while I was relaying my childhood stories. I'll give you a quick bonus one. I almost burnt the school down. Not quite. But I didn't know that you were only supposed to put a small amount of oil in the toad in the hole. So I was given a pot of oil, and I thought, when they said put the oil in the toad in the hole, I was a naive small child. I thought, I've been given this amount of oil. That's the amount of oil that goes in the toad in the hole, right? Sploosh. We'll put it in the oven. The whole thing went up in fucking fire, and I was told to go to the next door classroom and inform the teacher there's a fire in the kitchens, or the home economics, fire in the toad in the hole, fire in the toad in the hole. But yeah, that was another one. Anyway, we had a teacher that had a screaming breakdown like that, Mrs. Hackett. So Mrs. Hackett couldn't hack it. It's fantastic. I had sort of loosely read it earlier, but I've now, I can appreciate it a bit more there. Grown up is great. If I farted kissing Sloughlington, I'd be telling that story myself. That's fair. Well, that's that. Do you know what? That's probably why he was quite so irritable about the whole affair, because he didn't at all. He didn't fart. He probably didn't kiss a girl. He didn't do anything from that rumour. But someone had started the rumour, and everybody just went, "Yeah, that's probably true." Because he was a heavy-set child, shall we call him? And in fairness, so was I. We were about the same sort of size, but nonetheless, I think the whole being fat and children, of course, it was very easy to sort of target him a little bit more, and so I think it was based on that idea. But it was still, as I say, it was still quite amusing.
Oh, how about that then, Veldin? Good as new, I'd say. Yes. Hello, hello. What the devil's going on out there?
I don't know what the devil is going on out there. I'm gathering my hearts first, please, guys. 75 to go. We're almost at level 2. Oh, it's hello. Hello. There's the big boys. I believe this is members of the Scare Force who are armoured, which I think makes it a little bit sort of difficult. My nickname was Not Very. I'm not going to give away what it is, but is that to do with your surname? Because I can't deny, as a child, I mean, who am I kidding? As an adult, I would happily make jokes regarding that. Yeah. As I say, I'm not going to specify what it is, but suffice to say, I can understand. I can understand where that does formulate a degree of humour. Come here. Oh, bastards! Get away from my fucking gate, you cocksuckers! There's enemies at the gate. I think the big fella's still alive, so I'm going to save the coup de grace for that. They've really absolutely sort of fucking wrecked me, haven't they? Yours was Winnie because I have the body shape of a I mean, I apologise slightly for laughing, but it is a magnificent sentiment to be able to make that as a statement. Oh shit, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you skipping dialogue, you bastard? I think it was because the wire was on the mouse bastard thing.
Do not fret so, Vanessa.
And in fairness, that's led you to new paths in your adulthood, of course, because now you turn into bears, and you are now also a Pandarian. Is it Pandarian? I think it's Pandarian. And that sorts out what item you're going to find in D&D next. A honeypot?
Do not fret so, Vanessa. So be dear, fear not, for I have the answer to your woes.
Just grew up in the wrong era. These days, people are praising Lizzo for gaining weight. Oh dear. I don't necessarily think it should be chastised, but I certainly don't think it should be sort of praised either. Unless you're, like, criminally thin. In which case you probably should put some meat on your bones, because too thin is unhealthy, too fat is unhealthy. Yeah. They're sort of medical facts. That's not really opinions. That is medical facts.
In times of great vexation, you must go straight to sleep. You will awaken refreshed and invigorated. The path you must take will be clear to you. Yes.
Thank you, your majesty. Truly, your wisdom knows no bounds. Have I just been sent to my room? I'm the leader of your army. You don't just send me to your room.
The same goes for you too, Paladin. You have earned your rest. We shall begin preparations anew on the morrow.
There's a part of me almost... I don't think he does. But if the king turns out to be evil, that voice is going to become oddly more appropriate. But we'll have to wait and see. I have a teddy bear shape now. Well, maybe. I mean, you have a teddy bear suit, certainly. But back then, I was more akin to Jack from The Nightmare Before Xmas. Wow. Must have been pleasant. I have never been of that variety. Trying to remember some of my school rumours. One teacher supposedly electrocuted his pet monkey to death by plugging in his PlayStation wrong somehow. Turns out it was absolutely true. I mean, just the fact that the idea that he's got a monkey is ridiculous enough. I think we had one not necessarily similar to that, but slightly in the sense that it was a rumour that turned out to be absolutely true, which I think was like the IT teacher. There was a huge volume of sort of rumours going around that the IT teacher was a pedo, and most people dismissed it as children just saying that sort of thing. Turns out he was actually a paedophile. Which is not good. Not good at all. There was one other teacher. He was an IT teacher as well, but not a paedophile. Different IT teacher. But he had a weird obsession with everybody being Irish. Not necessarily in a sense that everybody comes from Ireland right now, right here in his class, but in the sense that he used to have people sort of come up and sort of do like one-on-one interviews and stuff, or some such. It was like class review type thing. And he'd look at the surname of the person and go, oh yes, good Irish name, that one, got Irish heritage. And the next person would come in, oh, good Irish name, got Irish heritage, that one. I don't think he ever did, but I swear, even if he'd sort of gotten, you know, I'll pick Ranganathan, because that's a known name of a comedian, so easy to remember. But yeah, I suspect even if he'd gotten like Ranganathan, strong Irish name, it would be, you know, fuck off, mate, fuck off. Not everything's Irish, you weirdo. But anyway.
You have a gift for me, I see. Once again, you prove your usefulness.
Thank you, Father.
But two of Hargon's heroes lie slain, their forces scattered to the winds. Verily, the two you spoke of are irritations indeed. The accursed Builder and Malroth.
It's like the Everything is Greek from my Big Greek Wedding. I've never seen the film, so I don't know for certain, but I will take your word for it. It's a little bit like the Goodness Gracious Me sketch as well, where everything was Indian. Superman, Indian. Where's the only place you can move faster than a speeding train? India. Superman, Indian. Which is a fantastic series of sketches. Goodness Gracious Me was just fantastic in general. But yeah, I suppose there is always that sort of idea. No matter how hard they fight it, the humans cannot escape their fate. When doomsday comes, death awaits them all. Please, Father, spare me from this fate. Let me live.
Lord Atlas makes his way here as we speak. Should your efforts continue to yield results, he shall surely grant your wish.
Yes. Ahead of its time, that show. Possibly. I don't know if I'd necessarily say it was ahead of its time, but it was spectacular nonetheless. I liked the way they did the format, which was loads of sketches and then usually ending on a song. And I do like a bit of sort of comedy songs, and I think they were. I think they were just generally fantastic. And I think there's an element of like, you can tell it's kind of fantastic, and possibly even proves the ahead of its time type idea as well. When they did a reunion show, it was like they'd not skipped a beat. They were back, they were strong, it was, you know, like it had never gone. And it was brilliant. Whereas I found with some of the other reunion shows, it's like, this is not really doing it for me now. Which I don't know. I just mean it would still work now. Oh, fair enough. Yes, indeed. That way would be very touching now. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's a very good statement. Then I have been thinking, from whence do our beliefs arise? They say the teachings of the children of Hargon are absolute, but no knowledge one discovers is ever absolute. Were they then not revealed to us, but imposed? For so long we of Moonbrook believed it our sacred duty to fight for evermore. But if this was not truly the will of the heavens, and merely a rule set by another, then I...
Hey. What are you two lovebirds nattering about?
For the reunion they didn't have to change anything. Exactly.
Ah, forget it, Veldin. Warwick wants to see you.
Okay, but I don't want to forget it. Malroth! Don't run away from me. Also, I think Warwick is coming up the stairs. I would have come to see you, Warwick, I promise.
Veldin, we must begin work on a new magical weapon if we hope to mount an effective defence against the Scare Force. But before that, I think it's high time you gave the Builder's Bell another ring, don't you? Every time you do, we gain new allies and grow as both soldiers and builders, improving our chances of facing down our foes. So go on, Veldin, amass all the
adulatory. I thought it said adultery. Amass all of the adultery energies you require. We don't mind. And, we'll get married and then we'll go off and be adulterers. We're happy with that situation. By seeing the townfolk's needs, then pour all that vim and vigour into the ringing the bell. I will give it a damn good go. We said I was only about 75 away, so by the time I do these two quests, who are fortuitously coming at me, I'll just wait up here, shall I? You guys, you're quite old. I don't think you needed to chase me up the ladder. I could have come to you, but never mind. Like BBC Scotland removing bits of Chewing the Fat. I don't remember Chewing the Fat. But yeah, I imagine there are some sketch shows that now have to be censored, perhaps. Veldin, Malam, we have won a great many battles of late, but at what price? The brave soldiers who lost their lives in the defence of our home were fully aware of the risks, but now perhaps they may find the peace that they were denied in life. To this end, Veldin, I humbly beg that you build me a chapel, a holy place wherein we might pray for the repose of the souls of all who perished in this accursed war. Did we have... No, we don't have it rebuilt, so I'm going to have to rebuild my own fucking barracks. What a bloody nuisance. Veldin draws out the Moonbrook Chapel blueprint. Marvellous. I believe I can place it anywhere, or is this one of those ones that are defined elsewhere? Nope, I think I can place it anywhere. But I think there's a partial built over there, if you look at that. There's a little spot in the corner that would be just perfect for it. Oh, no, maybe he's going to place the blueprint now. Not sure, I will. That design you've drawn for the chapel looks just how I imagined at Malam. But the chapel way high up on a mountain far away with lots of steps. That's just cruel. I'm going to put it in the most logical place because it's easier and quicker. If you were to bless the trust nearby and fill it with materials, I'm sure the people of Moonbrook would be eager to aid in its construction. I might consider doing it myself.
Oh, gadzooks, Veldin. Well,
it's a test of faith. Yeah, no, it's a test of my patience, though, is the problem. And my patience is oft left wanting.
Oh, we've given Hargon's armies a jolly good hiding. All that remains is the Scare Force. And with you on our side, I bet we'll have that lot trounced in a jiffy. Soon enough, peace shall reign in Moonbrook, and long may it last, under the enlightened rule of our wise and gracious king. He is a good, kind man, a man of the people. But more than that, he is a symbol of Moonbrook. Oh, he deserves a throne room befitting his status. We must do away with that awful disfigured throne.
Done it.
And replace it with something more magnificent. The room itself could do with being a good piece larger too. Which brings me to my request. I would have you repair the throne and build an enormous throne room within which to place it, the largest royal hall ever seen. Then simply add 4 bold banners and a brace of braziers.
You're going to have to give me numbers, mate. Numbers, yeah? A brace of braziers is not helping me.
And voila! His Majesty's new throne room is complete.
I suppose I'll just have to fill it with braziers until it goes ping. Which is one of the more peculiar sentences I've ever said. Fill it with braziers till it goes ping. Anyway, let's fix up the bedroom. I believe we must have picked up a bed somewhere. Pop those away. I'll tell you what, we might actually want to pop them in here. No, all of it. There we go. All of it. Stairs. We probably want to keep stairs. Portcullis. Yeah, we'll put the portcullis away because theoretically they'll sort that out when need be. So there's the spikes. Pop the spikes in there. Oh, it's the sapphire. Cool. Kind of like that player saying he went to University of Oregon instead of University of Alabama because there's a stigmatism in. Oh, is there? Oh, I suppose it's one of those unfortunate things that shouldn't really be a thing, but I suppose it is. Now, where was the portcullis? Was it? Did they trash both? Yeah, they trashed both of them. I think it's this one. Can't say that with absolute certainty. But oh, there's the stray bed. Let's get the stray bed back in the. Whoops. Back in there. That's it. I don't think that's going to make much difference to the actual room. Throne room. Does he mean throne room or roofless toilet? I mean, in fairness, we do have a roofless toilet over there, but he does mean throne room here. The actual throne room. Which we'll probably want to move. I think we're going to want to take the opportunity to move all of our stuff now. So we'll move it out of the throne room. And yeah, we'll pop that in the... Oh, actually, that chest is going to be a bit awkward to get access to there. So maybe... Oh, maybe because there's stuff in it. Yeah, there's stuff in it. Yeah, stones, wheat and potatoes. Not a bad thing to have. Nope, okay, you just can't move chests. Fine. I thought it was just because it's got stuff in it. But it was not the case. Pop that at the entrance. And now let's... open that. Nope, that's not what we wanted. I want my gloves. There we go. Can I lift that? Yes, I can. That portcullis made of polystyrene. See how he just prances around with it, indeed. And a giant forge as well. Pop that there. That's it. That's not too bad, is it? I quite like that. I'll tell you one thing I might do. Yes. Tell you what. And yes, I am super strong. I am the master of strength. I am beyond belief. See how I just pluck these floor tiles? I am the master of strength. I am the strongest man alive. But I don't let that... Whoops, it is. See, sometimes I just take the wrong tiles. So the idea is I'm just going to put, like, sand under my furnaces. Because... insert good reason for putting sand under a furnace here. But I must admit, it's primarily because this way I can just sort of make the floor over there look a bit better. It's not best, but still. Is it that stigmatism isn't a word? Yes, it is. I think. I said that with greater confidence than I actually possessed. But I'm massively certain that it is. Unless there's a joke. Oh, I see. Is there not a word? Okay, fair enough. Between stigma and stigmatism. Yeah, fair enough. I don't know, so I wouldn't have critiqued their education. I just read that. I'm assuming I've just read it and sort of interpreted it as a word. You know. As in there is a sort of... Ooh, shouldn't have done that sort of deal. We didn't think of anything beyond that. But I suppose I'm a simple man. I don't tend to think. It's the end of that sentence. I don't tend to think. Yeah, we should be able to afford 10 braziers. I don't think we'll need 10 braziers, but fuck it, we've got them now. We've got the throne already. We just need the big bold banners. I believe he said 4 big bold banners, but we'll have 10 on hand just to make sure. It only exists in American English. Ah, okay. Oh, are you destroying my buildings again?
Oh, you massive bellend! You are the worst sort of arsehole. You are destroying my bedroom. Why must you do this? Why could you just not leave me alone? Stop attacking my castle. You're ruining my day. I swore an oath to destroy. Well, I swore an oath to shit on your fucking dick. Bastards. Stop this.
Your laser barrier does nout. I know. That's the biggest problem. It really, it's because they're the scare force, and they are therefore bigger and nastier than any of the other forces. So they do bypass my entire defense system, which unfortunately means everything is trashed. Everything's goddamn trashed. Anyway, is that a grey area? Ah, possibly. Stigma is a mark of disgrace associated with a particular circumstance, quality, or person, or as a description of an eye condition. But it's actually people hearing astigmatism as astigmatism. Ah, I see. As I say, I read it and just went for the mark of disgrace. I didn't even consider an alternate option. But there you go. So I think pop a banner there and there, so the king can look out and go, yes, they are my banners. And then maybe, am I allowed to pop it on the? Pop it there? No. Can I pop it there? No, I can't pop it there. I suppose arguably, pop you there. Pop you there. An enormous throne room! I didn't actually need any extra braziers after all, but do you know what? You asked for braziers, you're going to have some fucking braziers. You're going to have hot arms. I'm going to make you wish you had not asked for this many braziers. They will do you harm. Dictionary lists stigmatism as the condition of an optical system, such as a lens or mirror, in which rays of light from a single point converge in a single focal point. He really wanted a lot of bras. He did. He wants to build himself a bra shop. That's it. Braziers! Get your braziers! Terrible joke. Usually with eyesight, astigmatism is where the lens doesn't focus correctly. I see.
Oh my god! Valden, this may be the finest throne room I've ever seen.
He's clearly not seen many throne rooms. It's got broken pillars inside it. I say that, actually, technically, they're only broken if you don't sort of put pillars on top of them. So what I could do with is a pillar end, but unfortunately I don't know if I've got a pillar end.
Finally our king has a chamber befitting his might and majesty.
What have we here? A marvellous creation indeed, young Felden. Verily, our mission is not merely a matter of winning a war, but of building a nation. This noble chamber will inspire me to similar nobility in my dealings with the common folk, and lend my words the royal authority they deserve.
Oh, it seems your work pleases his majesty, Velden. Now I wonder if I could speak to you about Malroth.
Just one moment, Jerome. Yep. Oh, no, he's sort of behind you, Jerome. So maybe don't. Maybe don't.
Your friend fights like a wild beast on the battlefield. His might is unquestionable, but it is terrifying to behold. I am not the only one who feels this way. Many of my fellow soldiers feel the same fear when they fight alongside him. His ferocity may win battles, but he's losing hearts and minds.
Well, do you know what you do in that situation? You put him at the front. He goes apeshit and defeats everybody. You don't have to do anything. Come on, keep up, Jerome. You're an old man. You should have learnt this by now.
I know he's your friend, and it may hurt to hear this, but there is something amiss about that man, something different.
People are allowed to be different, Jerome. We're back to you being an old man. Very stuck in your ways, sir. Racist. We are so close to victory, I can almost taste it.
Veldin, all we need to do now is defeat the Scare Force. We must begin preparations for our impending celebrations. What do you mean it's too early for that? What do you mean you were only supposed to blow the bloody doors off? I'm only suggesting we celebrate the fucking victory before the victory. What exactly would you suggest? Waiting until after we've won to begin planning the victory party? By that time, it will be too late. When I was a child, I saw a fireworks show and I was enraptured. I just want my dear granddaughter to be able to enjoy that same wonder. Who's your granddaughter? Oh, it's Anessa, I think is his granddaughter. Maybe. Can't remember now. Which is why you must build 3 firework cannons and set them up on the castle walls, so that the moment we win this war, we may light up the skies in celebration. But don't, under any circumstances, blow up the castle walls, because then I would have to say you were only supposed to blow up the sky. A firework cannon! A cannon for sending fireworks into the stratosphere. I don't know how difficult it's going to be to build. Oh, I've moved my build bench. You fucking idiot. You fucking idiot. Why'd you move your fucking bench, you bastard? I don't know. I thought it was a useful thing to do, but turns out not so much. How many do we need? 3 of them, I think he said. We'll grab 3. Hope for the best. Hope for the best that I've done it correct. And the other thing we'll do is we'll pop that blueprint down as well. So let's... Oh, fuck you. Fuck you all. Fucking walls. Dickheads. There we go. Is that... Oh, I was going to say, is that not enough to get the training room back in action? It is enough. So yeah, I think the idea is, yeah, you put it there, because you can see how it lines up perfectly with the front of the church. And I might as well. I'm not gonna make a huge fuss and bother with trying to sort of do anything else there. Oh, fucking castle dickheads! I gotta be a duck. I'll take out that door because I happen to have one on hand. What sort of floor do you have? Do you have some kind of special floor? No, I think that's just castle floor. So I think we can just pop that there, pop that there, pop that there, pop, whoops, not that there. Get rid of that there. Pop that there, and then we can put the castle door there. Yes. Marvellous. Right, next step of the plan, we'll go deal with the fireworks situation, because I think that's going to be relatively easy. It's time for Easy Street. Oh, they are 4x4s now. Do you want it? I think you want it there. Yep, you're happy with it there. I think you want it there. And we think you want it there. There we go. You coming up to see me? Yeah, he's coming up to see me now. Come on. Come on, my friend. There we go. What about a roof? No, we like it to snow inside all day, every day. Exactly. You're growing to understand the people of Moonbrook. They like to see the moon. And I know... No, it's not when everybody bends over. Ah, so you have placed the firework cannons. Well done. Very well done indeed. Now, our victory party can go off with a bang, and my dear Esther can experience the marvel of a good fireworks display. Oh, Esther's the granddaughter. Shitting hell. I don't remember that. I believe that it's only a matter of time before we win this war, but it would seem that some among us still doubt our ability to defeat this foul foe. Still, it is to be expected, I suppose. We of Moonbrook have been fighting this war for many a century. No one remembers when it began or why. Little wonder, then, that people find it hard to believe it will ever end. It is a part of our daily lives. It is a part of our very selves. I thought it said sleeves. And then I realised it said selves, so it sort of came out slave. And yet, ending this war is the right thing to do. I know it. We must defeat the monsters, whatever it takes. Okay, I'm going to go poison them. You did say whatever it takes. Right. Tally-ho! I need some carpet blocks! I need you to not be a shit! Any chance you can do that? Right, I don't know. I think they may have sorted out the buttress. Classical columns, I don't think we've got any classical columns, so ideally we need to build some of them. Stained glass windows are going to need to build. Candles, fucking hell. Sometimes I get very lazy with this game, and when they start asking me to do the one thing I'm supposed to do in the game, I get slightly shirty with it.
I know, it is literally ridiculous. The game is Dragon Quest Builders. If you don't want to build things, you're playing the wrong game. 4 benches. That's true, it's Carndels. It's Carndels, Master. We got to build ourselves some Carndels. Or we have to build ourselves some Kendals. We're going to build some Kendals, Master. I need more glass. That's a problem. But I've got plentiful carpet. I've got a plentiful carpet. Do we have a suitable volume of sand, or am I going to have to salvage some sand? Well, we've got several bits of sand. It's not great. Don't forget to shake the master. I don't think we need to shake the master. I don't think that's going to help the situation, to be honest. I think, if anything, shaking the master is going to hinder the situation. It's going to be very difficult to concentrate if you keep shaking the master. You got to shake, rattle and roll. That's all absolute trash. You know that, don't you, guys? Just a minor point. Why are you filling my chest with trash? I don't know, but it's very annoying. Is there more? Oh, stop destroying my castle. You big bully bastards. Welcome, Mr. Chester Phoenix. We are having most of our castle destroyed by big ugly men. And I don't like it. I'm hoping eventually the castle will be fixed up, but at the moment it's annoying. But still, would you prefer the master to be stirred as opposed to shaken? Yes, that's true. I do prefer a shaken master as opposed to a stirred master. Right, let's try and get these benches in. Actually, no, we're going to want to try and get the carpet in first, I think. So get rid of the banners, we don't need those. We don't need braziers at the moment. But welcome, Mr. Chester Phoenix. Hello, hello, hello. To you too. You've bought Bono and The Edge. Because I said hello, hello, hello to you too. Alright, mate. Bit up yourself. You've just stolen my stairs as well. Do you want to explain yourself, Warwick? You came in, smashed my staircase, and then left with it. I was about to fix it, mate. I was about to fix it. But no. You decide. You know better. Absolute penis fondler. Is that really... no, 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 please, no. Oh, this church is going to make me feel icky. Have you seen this? I suppose it's because there are only 2 doors, but in that case, make it a 2 carpet down the middle. Oh, they want carpet there, and then carpet there. Oh, this string of carpet makes me feel funky. I don't like this. All right, mate. Oh, go on, you take my carpet as well. Fucking pricks. Give him an inch. Give him a fucking inch. No, you don't need carpet blocks. I've done the carpet blocks. Who's a fucking builder here? I'm the fucking builder. You're fucking nothing. You're a fucking miner. You're not even a tiny miner. You're an average-sized miner. You have nothing. Bastards, get the fuck out of my church. Let me work. Christ, these people. If you smash up my fucking altar, I'm gonna fucking do you. Promises, promises. But how are you? How are you, Mr. Chester Phoenix? Are you well? And are you up to anything of interest this merry evening? Where the prick does the goddess statue go? Right at the back. We haven't... I don't think we've got the appropriate stuff yet. I think it's meant to be stone goddess statue? No, I don't think it is. Yeah, oh no, no, okay. Quickly, I must rescue my goddess statue, otherwise someone's going to take it away from me. And there we go. I think that is now the correct placement for the goddess statue. Marvellous. And now we want Pew Pew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert Dibble and Grubbs. Guys, will you stop lurking? You're making me concerned that you're going to steal all my stuff again. Oh, of course, we haven't actually got the floor in there. I think the floor is just castle blocks. I suppose we need... I need to let them I need to let them deal with the situation. I'm going to gather up some of these bricks for later as well. We can hopefully stick them in the chest. I don't know if this is a close enough chest. In fact, I'm not 100% convinced it is, but we're going to give it a go. We don't need castle corners in my inventory. We don't really need those in my inventory. I'll deal with classical columns. I'll stick all of that in there. And I'll stick those in there. I'll deal with any staircases, thank you very much. You people. Think you're fucking good, don't you? I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll also finish off the pillars in the throne room just to make them look nice. That was the other thing. We needed stained glass windows where we needed glass. Obviously, it's very difficult to make a stained glass window if you don't have... oh, okay, no, I only need 2 of those. I didn't realise how many they were building per build. You're okay. Currently nearing the end of a playthrough of Pokemon Emerald. So you started a couple of weeks ago. Very nice. My next goal at some point, and I've explained this before, the unfortunate truth is they don't tend to go on offer all that often because they're Nintendo's own games. So they don't have to sort of put them on offer very often. In fact, I don't. In terms of Pokemon, I don't remember seeing any of them end up on offer, but I might be mistaken. So this, I believe, is a free stack of pillars. Yes, it's a free stack of pillars. It's going to be devilishly difficult because I'm going to have to get on the old. Whoops. Well, someone's going to steal that pillar away from me. I'll just let them deal with that pillar. There we go. That's the ticket. But yeah, I do rather like the idea of having a go at both. Nope, I don't think that's where that window's supposed to go. Now I think that's where that window's supposed to go. Is it a 3 stack of windows? Oh no, it's a 4 stack of windows. Okay, it's going to be even more awkward. But yeah, I like the notion of getting sword and shield. Not necessarily literally sword and shield. If anything, whoops. Well, I'm placing those windows all over the wrong place. There we go, fine. Not literally both of them, one or the other. I think I do slightly prefer Sword Dog as opposed to Shield Dog, because Shield Dog looks a bit silly, whereas Sword Dog is basically a dog with a sword in its mouth. So it looks slightly cooler, if you ask me. And then the remake of, I think it's... is it Diamond and Pearl remake? I think it is. We think it is. Diamond and Pearl remakes. Here, oh, no, here, there we go. We finished that pillar off nicely. No. We missed. It's fine. Yeah, there we go. And now we need sort of... Wait! Well, that's interesting and weird, but... You know, slightly smaller pillar is good. I like that. I'm okay with it. I don't think we need any more pillars, so we can put them away. I don't think we need any more stained glass, so we'll put them away. Fuck you, indeed. Can't imagine you were expecting that. But, welcome, Mr. Albion Craft. Welcome. How far away are we here? Oh, we do need more stained glass windows. Where do we... Oh, we need stained glass windows in the side. Well, it's not like I actually fully got rid of my stained glass windows. I just tidied them up into my main inventory. But yeah, I can deal with the stained glass windows. That's not a problem. You need to get out the way, because otherwise you're going to be dealt with like I deal with the stained glass windows. But I believe the stained glass windows is the last act. So get out of my church! Just kicked him through a stained glass window. Doo-doo! Right, at this point, what I need is someone dressed in red with a D and a D on their chest to sort of sit in a brooding fashion atop the church. Because I think that would be the most satisfying path this could take.
Hello there.
General Leo.
Good evening, Mr. Albion Craft. How are you? And how are your doings? How are you and what are you up to? Are you up to anything nice and interesting? Or are you on a break in between working and is therefore not doing something interesting or nice? Oh, Goddess be praised. The chapel is complete. Thank you so much, Velden. I shall pray for our fallen friends each and every day, so that their souls may find the peace they've denied in life. Having a place to pray will also make our fellow townsfolk feel a little less anxious about the afterlife, and I'm sure they will show you their eternal appreciation for that. Just chilling tonight? Brilliant. Bit crafted out today. Cool. I mean, it means you've done quite a lot, I assume. What projects have you been up to? Because I know your current primary projects, at least, are the little jet fighter, the Albion class strike fighter or strike craft. Albion class strike craft, I think was the idea. Something along those lines, anyway. But I don't know whether you classify that as finished. You made fairly hefty headroom on that one. So I don't know whether you've completed that one. You also had a tavern. You were doing lots of fancy stuff with a tavern. I must admit, I think they were the only two question mark. Oh, I suppose you've been doing the bust as well. Oh, delightful looking bust. Say that again. Yeah, I know. I grew up on Carry On films. I can't help myself. Anyway. My grandfather and I were never taken in by the children of Oregon's teachings, but we had to act like faithful followers, for fear of what the monsters might do to us if we didn't. But now I'm free to say that creation trumps destruction every time. I believe in you, Velden. As for your friend Malroth, he has been in a terribly foul mood of late. Maybe it's because everybody keeps telling him. Do you know what? This is classic. You seem a little bit angry. I'm not angry. Well, you do sound a bit angry. I'm not angry. Yeah? The only thing making me angry is you saying I'm angry. Please stop telling me I'm angry. Because it's making me angry. You seem a bit angry. I'm not angry. You do seem quite angry. I'm fucking not angry. So yeah, of course he's in a terrible mood. The entire populace seems to have it in for him. They've all got it in for him. Aside from painting those reflection lines you suggested, it's done. Nice. Sound a bit on edge, Jay. I'm not on edge. Opportunity would be a fine thing if I was on edge. The wrestler edge. He's a handsome man. Apart from when he's in Vikings, and then he's an ugly bastard. But most of the Vikings are quite ugly bastards, aren't they? He's been in a terrible foul mood of late. Has something happened? A lot of the soldiers are wary of him, but I know that beneath his fearsome exterior, he has a kind heart. Please forgive the townspeople their misgivings. You two are such good friends. It breaks my heart to think that base rumour might tear you apart. Indeed it does. I'm basing the bust, but I'm stumped on the colours for some bits. Well, it would be my standard suggestion, gold. I'm sure you could fit some gold in there somewhere and it would look sexy. Especially against the purple. You've got purple on that bust, which means gold is definitely... If you went for a gold armour on that bust, you may already have a plan for the armour colour, which is fair enough, but gold armour against that purple, I think, would look very swish. Very swish indeed. I don't know, I could stare into Ragnar's eyes for a while. That's fair. That's fair. Ring! I can ring my bell. I can ring my bell. Do, do, do. The heart is expanding. The place is rising. Base level maximum 4. The healers can now restore more HP every time they cast multi-heal. And my word, we got a bunch more people. Although, having said that, only 4, which is surprisingly low in terms of how this castle's been developing previously. The population of Velden's base just got a little bit bigger. Any tips on OSL? Don't. No, I have no idea with OSL. The closest I've come would be trying to do the sort of highlights that were in Ghost Rider's bike, trying to sort of get some reflection of the flames in there, but outside of that, no, I have no idea with that one, because it's I think the problem I'm going to have, it's a delicate... Wait, you want to ask that guy that did the... I'm assuming that was... You want to ask that guy that did that forge. Oh, but wasn't that... That was an actual light, wasn't it? Is that Old Zine you're talking about? If we're talking about the same forge. Or you're referencing something I'm unaware of. But I think it was Old Zine who did the forge. and that was a light. Oh, that guy was Albion. Oh, okay. I don't recall a forge. I fear I don't recall a forge. But in fairness, my memory spans about sort of two minutes. But yeah, I don't remember a forge. But yeah, if you've done a forge, I can't help but think the old torchlight of the forge would work quite nicely. Or having painted the forge would work very well. But yeah, I've tried it once by just doing a little bit of dry brushing, and that looked tolerable. But I don't know if you've seen that Sarastro guy. I know Can't Sleep. You know Sarastro. His tutorials. Mr. Blue Boosh knows Sarastro as well. I'm fairly certain he's probably done some OSL somewhere online. I don't know whether he does it in his Doc Ock one, because I know one of the finest examples of object source lighting that I think I've seen is Blue Boosh's Doc Ock, because the way, because I genuinely got tricked by the photo into thinking that was actually lit. That's how good the OSL on that model is. So I don't know if Sarastro goes through how to do that in the Doc Ock tutorial, but I would possibly recommend if you can collar Mr. Blue Boosh at some point, he might be able to give some tips on it, because as I say, the Doc Ock one is probably one of the most stunning object source lighting bits I've seen. But outside of that, yeah. I as I say, I can't remember what model it was now. Can you remember what model it was? I don't remember having a reason to do it, so I can't remember what it was. Nope. Oh, but yeah, I did try it with a little bit of dry. Oh, I remember what it was. It was my little pyramids. It was my floating magical pyramids. I tried to make the text in, because there was indented runes in the circle around the pyramid, and I tried to make them look a little bit like they were glowing with a little bit of dry brushing, and truth be told, it just sort of looks a little bit like it's sloppily painted, which is slightly problematic. Because it just sort of... Because when I went... I jabbed paint in the runes for the first step, and then did a lovely sort of around the outside of the runes with a nice stone colour. And then I decided to try this OSL, in quotation marks, with the sort of dry brushing. And it really did sort of suddenly just go back to the way it looked before I'd done the lovely stone thing. So it just sort of looked like you'd fucked up the paint process, which is unfortunate to say the least. But still, the castle column pedestal, the bulky base of a prominent castle pillar, a cell wall. Why would we need a cell wall? Are we going to put someone in jail, sir? Impervious iron bars to wall in a wicked wrongdoer. A cell door, a steely dungeon door with unbreakable bars. Can be opened and closed, placed two side by side to make a two-way door. A fancy roofing. How dare you, game? How dare you? Stylish and sophisticated stone roof tiles. Flat fancy roofing. An ornate stone roof with an air of sophistication. A fancy roof window. A sophisticated window to adorn the top of a stylish stone roof. Fancy roof ridge. An ornate ornament to adorn the top of a stylish stone roof. A pair of unescapable iron manacles designed to handcuff hostages to the wall. A wall-mounted banner. And I wouldn't mount Dr. Banner to the wall. You'll only make him angry. And you wouldn't like him when he's angry. An elegant emblem to hang on the wall of your castle home. And a guard's garb. The unmistakable uniform of an Aleph Guardian guardsman. We don't really need that. Because, I mean, look at my armour. And then look at their silly little costumes. I don't need their silly little costumes.
Ooh, well done, my boy. Once more, the power of creation was up inside us.
Oh, and within you too, Veldin. Sets of chains, cell door and sections of cell wall. It seems you have a plan to deal with any traitor who yet lurks among us.
It would seem the sound of the bell has summoned several more soldiers. I trust there is no traitor among their number. We need all the help we can get.
Well, our healers should certainly be able to aid us there. It seems they've all become more skilled at casting multi-heal. You've outdone yourself this time, Builder. The last of Hargon's heroes won't know what hit it.
Woohoo! Never do a twirl on the stairs. Never do a twirl on the stairs. You saw there, he got lucky. He managed to do that twirl and just sort of hover down the stairs. But I assure you, if you try and do a twirl on the stairs, you're going arse over tit. And there is nobody who wants to go arse over tit. Our new arrivals look a bit lost, Veldin. Why don't you speak with them and give them a proper welcome? I will. You're not the boss of me now, you're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big. Life is unfair. What are you? A guardsman, for starters, but also, I believe, a man.
Oh, Master Me, is it remember castle? It was but a ruin the last I saw it. Are you the one responsible for all of this?
Oh, well, indeed he is. But we don't want the French here. Leave. Now, you're a traitor to the cause. I'm just going to stare at you until you leave now. Yes. Are you leaving? Oh. You're staying? Oh. I might leave in a moment then. What you see before you is the tireless work of our dear builder.
Oh, I thought that the builder was the emissary of annihilation. The castle fortified so, perhaps it is our enemy who will be annihilated.
Oh, we believe so, but we cannot achieve this aim alone. We need every able man and woman to join the fight, yourselves included.
Oh, your wish is our command, your majesty. Together we shall see Hakon's forces laid low and the banner of Moonbrook flying high over this island once more.
For fresh faces they move into Moonbrook. They have moved into Moonbrook
Castle. I've run out of notes. Yeah. It's because I'm not really a singer. Amazing! Oh, thank you for ringing the bell, Veldin. Its resounding peal has rallied new soldiers to our cause. By Jove, we've made better builders of us, one and all. Now, the only army that stands against us is the Scare Force. The final battle may soon be upon us. Victory is close at hand. Now more than ever, we must be on our guard. I believe that a traitor still hides among us, Veldin. I have given the matter a great deal of thought, and I think I might know who the dastardly devil is. At the moment, my evidence is but circumstantial, but rest assured, the moment I can prove my suspicions, you will be the first to know. Does anybody have an inkling? Who do you think the traitor's going to be? Who do you think the traitor's going to be? It could be Anessa. It could be Warwick. It could be Zara. I suspected Zara for a little while, but I'm now not so sure. But we'll have to wait and see, I suppose. The Scare Force will soon be upon us. Veldin and their scouts barely flinched at our existing defences. If we mean to defeat them, we must strengthen our defences further and devise another magical weapon with which to stymie their assault. By Jove, to do that, we must once again set out to learn about their weaknesses. Indeed, but before that, let us begin by laying out another blueprint for our future fortifications. And that way, hopefully, we'll get the entrance rebuilt without me having to bother. Remember to leave space in your plan for a new magical weapon, one specifically designed to stop the Scare Force in their tracks. I'll have a go, but I must say I genuinely can't remember much of anything to do with this game now. It's all going to be brand new stuff, I think, but I don't honestly remember what weapon you have against the Scare Force, because they are just giant armoured fellas, so I don't know what they have, but it's 6 new things there, it would seem, and 4 new things there, so we don't know what the 6 and the 4 are, but we'll soon find out, I suppose. And there we go, they should put the portcullises back on there. Alcoved zap traps, that's going to be problematic. Sizz snares, I don't know if I've got enough of those. Pressure plates, I think there might be enough pressure plates in the thing, and more zap traps. Well, it's another triumph, Veldin. Even the unstoppable soldiers of the Scare Force should have difficulty negotiating that gauntlet. And once you've placed the magical weapons where the question marks are, it will hopefully be all but impossible to them. I have a piece of information that may serve you well against the Scare Force, if you're of a mind to hear it. But first, I would bid you fill a chest with the materials needed to complete your blueprint. That way, we can begin work on its completion in your stead. Meanwhile, we must identify the enemy's weakness and invent a magical weapon with which to exploit it. Come, Veldin, let us begin. You, tell me what you want. Tell me what you really, really want. You wanna, I really, really, really wanna. Great situation to occur. Granny's post-blood black daughter. During my time among the monsters, I learnt of the great treasure that lies hidden away in a place they call the Freezing Fortress. Well, I'm always up for a treasure hunt, Veldin. Plus, I'm sick of being cooped up in this castle all the time, aren't you? From what I gather, it is an artifact of immense power, mayhap the ideal material from which to fashion a magical weapon. Oh, if you will permit me, I'd like to join you on your expedition this time, Veldin. There is something I'd like to see for myself. That's so. Well, if you insist, I shall remain in the castle and oversee the construction work. Goddess speed you all. Yes. To reach the Freezing Fortress, head east from the ruins of Moonahan until you come to the sea, then follow the coast to the south. Fierce snowstorms are said to harry the path to the tower, so I suggest you proceed with due caution. Oh, and don't forget to fill a chest with all the materials we need to finish this blueprint while you're gone. I'll give it a go, but I can't guarantee I'm going to be able to put all of the materials in there. We'll have to work on that later. What the fuck? I swear I cleaned out all of those stones. You fucking bastards. I'll collect all of these and just stick them in the chest, because then they can fix that up by themselves. Hopefully, anyway. Ideally. Technically, I don't need these hearts, but much like Mastermind, I've started, so I'm going to finish the quest to get these hearts. As I say, I really don't need them, but I want them anyway. What are you doing? Mauroff! Why are you... Is that things you're supposed to be demolishing, Mauroff? I'm not 100% sure of that. I think it is, in fairness. I think he is trying to do... Well, it's intriguing that he'd even remotely try and do that sort of thing, because it strikes me as he can't build things. But I suppose... No, don't get me wrong, he wasn't building things there. And as long as he never actually played... Well, I suppose placing tiles and building stuff, possibly slightly different disciplines. I don't know. I need a lot of blocks. I have just enough blocks, it would seem. I don't know if I'm going to have enough blocks to deal with the rest of the situations. No, I do not. I'm going to need more marble. Fuck. I was not expecting to require more marble. I have now stopped playing Pokemon Emerald because it turns out you need 4 HMs to get through Victory Road, and I can't be fucked with dealing with it right now. It's fair. It's fair. Is there anything else I can actually build here that I need? No. It's going to have to all wait until I get enough marble in my life. Would you care to see... Where am I going? Chest. We got confused. Right, so we want to put away all those stone blocks, put away all those stone blocks. Anything else? Yeah, portcullises, we want to put those away. Anything else that's got blueprint on it, you can get rid of the description. It's quite a useful thing to know, I cannot deny. Please don't be monsters! No! I've just gotten them to rebuild this shit! You bitches! Why must you do this? Stop it! Please. Please stop attacking my castle. I need the Coat de Grace, please. Mauroff, do your job better. As that Victory Road isn't the ultimate test for trainers by having difficult fights in it. It's just such a ball ache to get through, yeah. Oh, I mean, they are absolute dickheads. This is probably the most frustrating part of Moonbrook, is the fact that half the castle keeps getting destroyed every time you you sort of leave it for a moment or two. Right, anyway, so he did technically give me a suggestion as to how to do this. The one benefit now, though, of course, is it doesn't matter as much if they do destroy things, because the people will continue to repair things. So yeah, I suppose I might as well try. Oh, I tell you what, we'll try first. So running over there, so that's sort of. Which way is it? This way? Am I going the right way? I don't know now. Yeah, a little bit sort of in this direction. We'll grab this metal as well, because it might go in handy. We shall see. Also, I must try and be on the lookout for more marbles. I need to be on the lookout for my balls. For my balls are necessary. Smash the big boy. Who actually grew smaller while he was charging up his thing. Which, usually not quite. I've lost all my marbles. Over the years, I've dropped them here, I've dropped them there, I've dropped them everywhere. And eventually I reached into my sack and simply realised I no longer have any marbles. And that devastating realisation was enough to crush my spirit. But I can try and find you some new marbles if you like. I think you can probably get some cheap ones on Amazon or eBay. Not suggesting they're going to be good, but, you know, they might be tolerable. How do we get up there? I feel like I've already been up there. Oh, there's some marble. I suppose we ought to harvest that marble, but nope. Well, I did all that completely wrong. That's fine. What I'm trying to do is sort of get up slightly higher, and then is that the big slam or the little big slam or the little big slam? I don't know. I believe it was the big slam. Yes, it was the big slam. We're here with the big slam. Here's the big bad slam tonight, y'all. Could you fuck off, sir? Is the answer yes? Good man. Smashing, having a smashing time. We'll do it slightly sort of, not quite just going down, 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 down. We'll sort of do it in steps, which will allow me to harvest a fair amount of the marble, whilst not sort of locking me into an area I can't get out of. Obviously there will be some marble left over, because it's forming the staircase to allow me to get out of here. But it's better to be able to get out of a place instead of sort of digging yourself into a situation you can get out of. In fairness, you could always get out of it, because you can just build more stairs, but that's not the point! That's not the point I'm looking for. I can gather up a load of other stuff as well, but yeah, there you go. The big slam really does make harvesting shit a lot quicker. Granted, not all of the shit I'm harvesting is needed shit, but you never know when you'll need a few spare blocks. In fact, I think we're going to show the excuse me. We're going to show the advantage of having some spare blocks by going over here, and instead of trying to build ourselves a staircase, all I'm going to do, assuming that is, yeah, chalk, that's fine. Chalk? I couldn't give a shit about chalk. I can expend a load of chalk here.
Who's sneaking about?
It's Albion Crafty sneaking about. What's he sneaking about for? Why is he sneaking about? What's he up to? He's up to something, isn't he? Bastard. But that is fair enough. You lurk away, sir. You lurk away. Oh, there's more marble over there. Fuck. I want that marble. I need that marble today. You might not care about the chalk, but what about the cheese? I always care about cheese. I'm always caring about cheese. Cheese is the best. I do love cheese. I love cheese so much. Too much, some said. The court said it was too much. You love cheese too much. Can't do that to cheese. And I said, you can't tell me why. Can I do it to my cheese? And he said, well, you can't do that to cheese in public. And I said, well, that's fair enough. I'll take it home and do it in private.
but you can't tell me what to do with my cheese. Go on, favourite cheeses. That's your new question. It's the new question of the day. Favourite cheese. What is your favourite cheese? Because I've technically got plenty, but I think the one that just manages to sort of, you don't like cheese, then I'm afraid, sir, I don't like you. No, that's not true. You're perfectly entitled not to like cheese. I always like to clarify that, because initially it is just a joke. But I know sometimes people might go, is he joking? I don't know if he's joking or not. I assure you, I am merely joking. Here we go. Right, now, I don't know whether I'm going to have to wait around here, or whether this thing's going to have actually solved itself. I think it solved itself, actually. Oh, no, there's a little tiny bit there. Now, is that because I've neglected to open that area up? No, I think everything's open as appropriate. Oh shit, did someone run over the fucking snow, you dickheads? Yeah, that's like, I think everything's just waiting for the snow to fall. I suppose we just... This is one of the most annoying puzzles in the game. Because at this point I'm just waiting for the snow to fall. Anyway, I suppose we'll eat my superior slime bun. Sorry. It shouldn't really make me giggle, but there's just something about the idea of my superior slime buns. I've slimed all over your buns, but you know, you turned around. How superior is it? It depends on how inferior the other one is, I suppose, technically. Come on, is it at least still snowing? Yeah, it's still snowing a bit, but I don't know how long this is going to take, but it feels like it's going to take fucking forever. There we go, that's one more piece. We just need a mouth. Hey, right, we just need that one piece there. Come on. Take it. Just double checking I haven't fucked it up. But no, I don't think so. I think that piece should fall eventually. Come on. Come on. Come on, Eileen. Only if she gives permission. Told you I was a terrible human being. Hey, there we go. Marvellous. The snow fell enough to get the mini medal. But yeah, this is the sort of puzzle where you sort of go, if you do another one, don't do a puzzle like this again, guys. Because it's just... I'll hold my hands up and I will exclaim, maybe there is an alternate way of doing it that would speed it up. But I'm reasonably certain the only way of doing it is to clear it out from the top there and wait for the snow to fall down from the middle to form the thing. Which, because there's the aspect of wait for it to do it, it's kind of like, yeah, why would you do that as a thing? It's supremely annoying. We'll go to Moonahan and then just sort of follow the beacon. Follow the beacons. Where's the beacon? Over there. Let's go, guys! Let's do our fancy ninja runs. Guys, you're not joining in with the ninja runs. You're doing it wrong, guys. Oh, there. He just popped out of freezing water for fresh air. If you're looking for water, just to that south. Just fucking hell. Cross the bridge and then follow off the right. Careful, you'll get caught in a storm, though. The little blazes up there are so strong, and blow you back down and zap your strength. Even hammerhoods can't survive in the storms. Only the thickest bird monsters can weather that kind of weather. Oh, I think they're giving me a clue there. Because I believe, fortuitously, it's the first one. But I believe a Powie Yowie, whatever you want to call them, I think they can weather the storm. Now, I might be proven wrong, but I think they can actually weather the storm. But at the moment, I don't think there's a storm, so let's fuck it and carry on quickly doing it. Do it quickly. I think we can just use this bridge, to be honest. Oh, there's a big dragon over there. Yeah, it's probably worthwhile killing this dragon.
you usually get something good for smiting the dragon. Oh, that's what we like to do around here. I haven't said that. I wonder if I've already... Because I've already technically been here previously. So I feel like maybe I've already defeated that dragon, but... Yeah, in fact, I'm fairly certain I did, because I brought the woman. I brought Esther. Oh well. Try killing it again, I suppose. Diddaloo. Don't you hit me, you prick. No, no, I said don't hit me. Ow. Bollocks. I was trying to get my inventory sorted out, and you fucking... You did me in, didn't you? Good lord, this health bar doesn't seem to be moving. I might change my mind here. Anyway, I was discussing cheese, wasn't I? Anybody else who's got a favourite cheese, do feel free to inform the crowd as to your favourite cheese. I was going to discuss that mine is Gruyere. I enjoy Gruyere cheese. Very nice. Or, second favourite, just your bog standard cheddar. And don't make cheddar in the bog. But, you bastard. Oh, this guy's going to take forever, isn't he? I feel like I have got one other thought track. Oh, he does pause there, that's handy. Okay, well that's... Yeah, okay, that's definitely going to be quite a good idea, because it does extra damage to dragons. Plus, I think the dragon... no, okay. I'm not convinced of this. But yeah, I do like a good mature cheddar as well. Is quite something. Ow! Stop being a dick! I need some more medical herbs at this rate. To be honest, both swords seem to be doing roughly the same amount of damage. It's not like it's a huge difference. Really need to get better at dodging things. Plus, as I say, this is really going to take a very long time to deal enough damage here. I think we had more numbers on our side last time, which is why it would be useful. Ow! Fuck it! Fuck it in a bucket, so that you don't make a mess. Cock. Blimey, that was an ominous shaped cloud there. What are you doing? Oh, you're doing that big breath. Oh, cock off! I might just write it off here. I think we've started a fight. I don't think I want to bother finishing. Fuck it. Oh, fuck off. Oh, oh, this is such a pile of cock. Just every cock available is just sat in a pile. This is the other thing they could perhaps do with eliminating is combat like this that's just tiresome more than anything else. Because it does get sort of... It does grate a little bit. Shit, do I have fucking fireballs? Fucking fireball, bitch! Yeah, I do, and they are actually supremely powerful. Okay. I'm sure I knew about that at some point, but I don't do that much combat in this game because this game's not hugely combat focused, which is why sometimes combat can be seriously tiresome. I try and get behind it so it isn't able to whip me with bloody breath. God damn it, he's gonna... Oh no, he managed to just not clip me there. I thought he was gonna clip me. The only problem with me not getting involved is those two aren't getting as involved, which means it's taking even longer. Because I think the only way we build the co-op to grace meter is when Malroth is doing combat. Nobody else charges that meter. Plus, I don't think there is an actual physical meter available to review that. You don't get to sort of go, oh, right, this is the co-op to grace meter. I can see when it's full. It's just sort of a background meter that charges by itself as Malroth is dealing damage. Or just generally attacking, I suppose. Which arguably does deal damage. I think the other problem is, yeah, I'm still not 100% convinced that's the right club for him, but it might be. Oh, that's lucky. Well, there we go. We've finally got him in the red. By the end of this, I'm just going to end up having to eat the steak I get from him. Oh, there we go. Kill up the grace. Marvellous. We'll do it now, because I think that's going to block whatever nasty buggery he's up to. And does 30. No, it didn't block it. That's marvellous. That's fine. Everybody loves that. Everybody loves bullshit in the morning. Everybody loves bullshit in the afternoon. Bullshit in the evening. Whenever, wherever you can possess bullshit, you will possess bullshit. Because everywhere enjoys selling you bullshit. Now, you bastard! Start eating cake in front of you. You've pushed me to this, dragon boy. You've pushed me to eating cake in front of your face. Now I've really pissed him off by chomping down on a piece of sponge cake in front of him. Nobody likes being stood or sat in front of someone eating sponge cake without sponge cake. You dare eat sponge cake in front of me without offering me a piece of sponge cake. I need that sponge cake. Give me the sponge cake. There you go. You dead now, sucker. You dead. But unfortunately, got me a couple of steel ingots, which is fairly useless. But does net you a couple of dragon steaks. But I think I already defeated it once, which is why I didn't get anything fancier than a couple of ingots and some dragon steaks. Dragon steaks are very good for the hunger meter, though, which is almost to be expected. They are steaks from a dragon. But unfortunately we had to deal with a dragon in order to get those steaks. So one would say the steaks were too difficult to get your hands on. That looks suspicious? Nothing more, no. Does look suspicious to me, though. Two odd little rocks. A slightly different... What? Oh, I think that's because it's Maroff's behind me. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I want to change tools. Is there anything in here? No, I don't think it was suspicious after all. I think it lacks suspicion now. And I'm just caught in the middle of the storm. Caught in the middle of the storm. I'm caught in the middle of the storm. I don't really want to be, but I'm caught in the middle of the storm. That's not the plan for me, and it's not the plan for you. I'm caught in the storm, and I'm having a poo. I hope for powie yowies. That's what I needed, yes. They are... If only I had thicker fur. Whoops. Urgh. That's not the button I was after. Old men do not survive in the storm. There we go, powie yowies. That's the button I'm after. Hello there, traveller. I'm trying to get a climb out of this fucking freezing cold. Hammerheads don't have thick, shaggy fur, so we don't do well in big blizzards. If we spend as much time as here as possible, I'm bound to grow one sooner or later. Then I'll be able to make it all the way to the freezing fortress without even feeling chilly. Well, luckily, I don't have to feel chilly because I am made of sterner stuff. Because I have my mod rod. I have a rod to do with my mods. It allows me to modify my very being. And I am now a powie yowie. Yowie powie. Look at me, I've fallen down a cliff. That's not good. Who is Cliff? And how did you fall down him? I don't know. Cliff is the guy in the middle of the road. When he heard him, Cliff can't get no scrub from me. Two of the passengers and the best friends that trying to fuck me. Don't do that in your best friend's ride. Welcome, Mr. News. I'm sure that's not how you're meant to pronounce your name, but that's the letters I see. How is this game? I've heard mixed things about it. I think it's fucking fantastic. It's the honest truth. I think it's brilliant. Zero. Oh yes, there's a lot of bits. Oh, I suppose the X's are the sort of surrounding X's. I've seen that elsewhere. But yeah, Zero, that's fair enough. Welcome, Mr. Zero. Unfortunately, we're about to put it away, so you're not going to get to see as much of Dragon Quest Builders as you would possibly like. But my general opinion of this game is it's brilliant. It's got issues, as do so many games, but on the whole, and I wouldn't recommend applying this to the whole, it's not going to help. But as a general statement, it's fantastic. It's very entertaining. If you like... There's two things. If you like Dragon Quest... Hello? we'll let it finish, and then I'll try and do it the most professional one. Welcome, Zero. You've just harpooned your way into following a brand new streamer. There you go. That's the professional variant. Sometimes it's just, yeah, hello, welcome, thank you. But there you go. The professional one is the slightly more sort of fanciful one. But yeah, if you like Dragon Quest, you'll love it because it's everything you would love in it. Well, it's everything I love in a Dragon Quest game: the humour, the design, the artwork. I'm just going to do that a third time, and I know it's the third time, but I'm going to look at it this time. It has definitely saved. Superb. As I say, unfortunately, it is our designated over and done with for Dragon Quest. We will be back with a little bit of Graveyard Keeper after the break, but for now, Dragon Quest, I'm afraid, does come to a conclusion. But yeah, it's great if you enjoy Dragon Quest because it's got all the sense of humour and style of Dragon Quest. It's very good if you enjoy sort of Minecraft-style games because you've got the building aspect. And in fact, I personally think it's the best of the building ones because it's got the Dragon Quest side of things. If it didn't have the Dragon Quest side of things, maybe it wouldn't necessarily be as good a building game, but I think the Dragon Quest elements really do hammer it into a place of true greatness. Anyway, what we shall do is we'll have a little break and then we'll do some more game. I don't know where there it is. Apparently my shortcuts have moved around. We'll do, I think we were on the random station. I don't know if we were still on the random station. Yeah, surprise me. We'll listen to a little bit of Pretzel. Sounds like bread. I think we may have listened to that one. Let's go next track. That'll do. Anyway, I'm going to be taking a break for about 5 minutes, and then we'll be doing Graveyard Keeper, which will be nice. So see you in about 5 to 6-ish.